Okay, in Delta Math, we're going to work problems where we use substitution. So I pulled this up on the screen. You won't have the same problems that I have, but this is our level 1 problem. And this is our example on how to do that. Okay, level 1. So I'm going to go over here to the camera mode, and we're going to practice this problem. When you're solving by substitution, you're going to start by identifying the variable that is isolated. Well, in this problem, I see a y isolated in both of them. So you can start out with either one you want. I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to draw a box around that y. And then I'm going to draw a box around what that y is equal to. It is equal to 3x minus 50. And then I'm going to go to the second equation, and I'm going to draw a box around that same letter. It just so happens that it's isolated in this equation too. That's fine. Here's where the substitution comes in. You're going to move that y out, and you're going to move this in its place. Y is equal to 3x minus 50. So instead of the y in the second equation, I'm going to write 3x minus 50 equals negative 2x. My goal is to get an equation that only has the letter x in it, and then I can figure out what x equals. Okay, so now I'm ready to solve, and I need to get all the x's moved to one side. Now you might look at it and say, oh, let's add 2x, but that's just going to make this side be a 0. So we're going to start by moving that 3x, and since it's positive, I'm going to need to subtract it. It's going to cancel from here. It's going to leave me with negative 50. Y'all don't forget that negative sign. Negative 2x combined with negative 3x is negative 5x. So now I'm ready to divide. Divide by negative 5, x is 10. Now what I'm looking for is an xy location that will make both equations true. And I figured out x is 10. I'm going to use that in either of these you want to figure out y. Do y'all want to use the first one, or do y'all want to use the second one? I didn't hear you. Okay. So y equals negative 2 times 10. So y is negative 20. Okay, y is negative 20. So there's your answer. So I'm going to go back to Delta Math, and I'm going to enter these. They already have the parentheses down here for you. 10, negative 20. How do I know I'm right? How do I know I'm right? If you were to put the 10 in place of x right here, what's 3 times 10? What's 30 minus 50? Negative 20, right? Well, let's try it down here. What if you put the 10 here? What's negative 2 times 10? So each time you tried out the 10 in place of x, you got negative 20 for an answer. That's your checking your work. So when I submit here, it's going to ask me if I'm sure, and there's our answer. Okay? That's a level 1 problem. Let's look at a level 2 problem. The level 2 problem looks a little bit different. So I've got that written on my paper. I'm going to go over here and we're going to work it. Level 2 problem. I see in this problem the letter x is isolated. Y kind of is too, but it's negative and I don't like dealing with it. So I'm going to go with the x. X is the one that I'm going to go with. X is isolated. What's x equal to? Negative y. I'm going to go to this problem, and since x is the letter I picked out, I'm going to pick that same letter down here and put a box around it. In the second equation, the thing that you boxed is removed, and the item replaces it from the first. There's your substitution. That's going to give you an equation that says negative 3 times negative y plus 3y is negative 36. You don't have any x's left. Substitute it. So you need to do the math. You need to be careful. That's going to be positive. Yeah, watch your signs and be careful. So you got 3y plus 3y is negative 36. So you're going to have 6y is negative 36. Divide by 6. Y is negative 6. So here's what I found. I found the y value first. So be sure you put it in the y spot. Which one do you want to use now to find x? The first one. So negative 6 equals x. What's that going to give me? 6. Okay, so there's my answer. So I'm going to go back to Delta Math, and I'm going to be sure I get the right number in the right spot. 6, negative 6, submit. Okay? So I want you to have some paper out, go to Delta Math, do that assignment. Your assignment says solve systems by substitution. And you need to do 3 level 1 problems and 5 level 2 problems. That's your Thursday work. Okay? That's your Thursday work. Friday's assignment's fixing to pop up in Teams. While y'all are working, I'm going to put it in Teams. It's going to be graphing. It's going to be real easy. 8 graphing things. Super easy. But for today, you're in Delta Math. The title of your assignment is right up here on the board. It says Solve Systems by Substitution. There's going to be 3 level 1 problems that you need to get right, and then you can move to level 2. And I'm going to be wandering around the whole time, okay? Oh, I got to stop the video. I don't want to hear all this mess. Click here.